I think someone that you probably spent some time who's also taking a break was like Spence. I'm sure you and Spence, had a lot of these similar talks. I mean, maybe even Mel, right? Like you, Mel, and Spence kind of like had like big fights, made a lot of money, and even to a certain degree kind of came up, on the other side that,
Yeah.
but what was those type of conversations just like you, Mel, and Spence? Because to be honest, that you guys are like a spot in boxing, like I don't know, that's like missing, right? Like, like somewhere along the line is like, where's Spence? Where's Frank? Where's, Mel? We just saw them all, but like you guys at one point
It's just
what
like it
gave
went
Derek
from
Trainer of the Year.
yeah, it went from this to you know what I'm saying where they at, you know. Man, honestly, uh how those combos like far as with me and EJ, uh I don't know, everybody different. You know, everybody
Hmm.
takes certain things different. Or, like EJ is I feel like EJ on the stage right now, he's investing a lot into his family and he's investing into like the future. You know, he getting acres, getting land, doing certain stuff like that. So I think like right now he ain't really like he's training, but I don't think he too much worried about boxing. You know, because I feel like man with boxing, these motherfuckers ain't never happy or satisfied no matter what you
Correct.
do. Even if
Hmm.
you win, eventually you can win so much that they gonna want to see you lose. You know, and even when you keep winning, they gonna have something to say about it. You lose, they gonna dog you, whatever it may be. Like my DMs go crazy. You know, I got people who love me. I got people who talk hella shit in my DMs. You know, but it is what it is. You know, win or lose. Like you gonna have people who just gonna have some shit to say.
And it's boxing. It's almost like everybody's gonna lose. Like
This
everybody
the
minus
only
like
sport. Boxing is the only sport that if you lose, a motherfucker act like it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you done. Like how the fuck am I done? I lost one fight. You know what I'm saying? It's but I just feel like um let's be real. I feel like a lot of that comes when it comes to black fighters. We lose a fight, it's over with. You know, it's a lot of fighters who may lose or something like that, and they people still gonna back them. You know, they gonna still have their supporters and they gonna still have people who back them. But a lot of times, like our own people, we lose a fight, they gonna talk shit. They gonna it's over with. They gonna do all that. But a loss is not detrimental to a motherfucker like me career. You know, it's all about like how you bounce back, how you come back. You know, what you gonna do like moving forward.
yeah.
You know, a lot of times these guys be scared to lose. You
Hmm.
know, you can't be scared to lose. You got to just go in there and just do you. You can't worry about losing. Like if you lose, all right, boom, shake that shit off and come back. You know, come back and be better.
You actually gained real genuine fans because the ones that didn't rock with you left, but you gained some new genuine fans. Like, yo, I didn't even know Frank can do that, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I want to see him in other fights. So,
yeah. And one thing, look, one thing I want to make sure is cleared up. I don't want nobody to say nothing about it. I did not. I am not training with Derrick James because I lost my fight. So just know that. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to know that and not be like, oh, he lost, so he went with a new trainer and this and that. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So just know that.
yeah, and I think it's just simply, for personal reasons, whenever, or if it ever does come out, or not, I think you cleared a fighter earlier where, you working with Buddy and you're on good terms with Derek. And
Oh
so
yeah, yeah.
I think
There's
that's,
no bad blood or none of that.
mhm. My last couple set of questions is just in regards of just the business side, right? We're gonna see you hopefully come back fighting soon. Obviously, a world title shot probably will be a little bit further out because you probably want to get your feet wet at 140. Um, it's not the first time a person lost their first world title shot and then became a champion later. Like Bernard Hopkins was in that situation, and later on was able to achieve that goal. So, like, how much more time do you see yourself in boxing, and do you see yourself kind of like leaving the sport relatively early and sooner than what people think, or
Nah, I feel like I just want to be active, man. If I can I just want to be active. I want to be active. I want to be let's just say if I was to be like, all right, I want to be done. I like 35, 36, you know. But if I still got me within myself, if I still feel like at that age and that time, I still got some more fight in me, or if I still got it, I'm gonna keep going. But like me right now, I would say that I want to be done at like 35, 36 in the sport. You know, I started late. I started boxing at 18 years old.
Mhm.
You know, so right now, I would say like maybe 35, 36, but God willing, I'm able to go longer than that and still, you know, be mentally where I need to be and all of that stuff. Man, I'm gonna keep going. But right now, we just 35, 36.
What do you think is or the reason why you can't get a lot of dates? Is it like the new network changes and just kind of getting things situated, or just opponents like there's a list of opponents that just not willing or the money's not right? Like is it's just
I feel like it's just having the right people in a spot to speak for you on your behalf and reach out to, you know what I'm saying, the people to get you the fights and keep you active. You know, if you don't got a
Mhm.
voice right there really speaking for you and trying to push you to stay active and get active or putting money up for you to stay active, uh, you know, it's just basically like you kind of waiting.
Mhm. Is there like a potential of like I've seen some fighters from PBC go on like Pro Box or some on Turkey, Ali Sheik's cards or even top rank in case of like what Keyshawn and things like that. Would you go on another network and
I'll go on another network.
Mhm.
Yeah, like if it was like, you know, a big fight or something, and they tried to get me to go over to top rank, you know, when I was gonna fight Shakur.
Mhm.
But that wasn't no. You know what I'm saying? All that shit was favored in his favor. You know what I'm saying? So it just gotta make sense. But just say if we gotta go make a fight happen, a big fight or whatever, and we gotta like go over somewhere else to make it happen, I'm with it.
Do you get I guess frustrated when people speak about the Tank and Shakur because clearly if one's paying more and and one has more popularity, right? Like if this fighter's more popular and amongst the
Mhm.
casual fans and the upsides here and then the money's upside more compared to this, right? Because I know that was the thing, put a little bit more money in Shakur fight, but Tank's over here, it's Tank. And, I get the same opportunity, world title, more money, pay-per-view. So, like, is that something that gets tiring to kind of explain to people why you went this direction opposed to that direction?
I mean, it's just like some people you can't even explain certain shit to some people because they not gonna get it regardless. You know, but we've been the same. I hate the narrative that they pushed on me saying that I was scared to fight Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Like I went and fought Tank. You know, he one of the biggest names in the sport, one of the biggest punchers in the sport. If I was bro, Shakur, you your motherfucking hands ain't even all the way right. You know what I'm saying? So like fighting is this ain't we in this sport, like it ain't about like being scared or a fighter is scared to fight another fighter. You know, like the fights happen are gonna be made when they supposed to happen. Like me getting that Tank fight, that was a blessing just because they offered me the Shakur fight. I gotta go to the top rank. I gotta everything I had to do was not in my favor, you know, and I wasn't even happy with the money they was trying to pay me. So I gave them a number that I wanted. They ain't budge on the number. They tried to give me $1 million for the fight. I was cool. It don't matter how much money I made prior. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. This is a big fight. I got to get something out of the deal that I want. You know that I'm comfortable with. And they wasn't giving. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't giving nothing that I wanted. So shit. Boom. I'm like, no, you know, and I never agreed to the fight. Far as like, I never signed no paperwork for that fight. You know, it was more of a game plan. It was like, all right, we're gonna go with this. And Jump Street from the jump, I was like, I'm not fighting that fight for $1 million. And then when it came out, I'm like, hold up, what going on? And then boom, it was like they ended up saying what the number was. It was $1 million. I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm cool. I ain't doing all that. I ain't going to they network and doing all that for $1 million. I'm cool. So then the Tank. So that ended up dying out, and then boom, the Tank opportunity came across the table. So I'm like, fuck yeah. So I got he on the same side as I'm on. You know what I'm saying? He's a star, and it's like, all right, boom. This is an opportunity for me to go like take this spot. You know, like I can go take this fucking spot. I get paid than what they was offering me in that fight. And then two, we on the same side of the street. He's still the champion though. And if you don't like really fuck him up or knock him out, they still could take it from you. But it's more of like this opportunity right here is a way bigger opportunity than fighting Shakur. You know, Shakur a good ass fighter, but that Tank fight is a way better opportunity if you go win that fight. I ain't take the fight for just the money. I took the fight to take that fucking spot, and I got some money out of the deal. But I came up short. But that was just a better opportunity and a better fight. And for me, like with me going into a fight mentally, that was better for me.
Well, look, Frank, I really appreciate you just spending, a lot of time, just clarifying a lot of things. I know you don't normally do these things, you're real, just like how you mentioned, like with Tank or even like Spence, just like real chill, right? When it comes to boxing, media week, etc. But, I really appreciate you being transparent, telling your truths and, giving the fans, an opportunity to figure out, what's going on. And obviously you're saying the fight's coming soon at 140. And 'cause they just waiting, they missing. You know what I mean? Like I know your name's the
Yeah,
Ghost,
yeah.
but they playing with it like
Man.
yo, like one time they like oh he fights one time now. It's like Ghost is where he's
Yeah.
yeah, it's Ghost. So
Yeah, that ain't,
um
I want to be active, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, push for me, y'all. Keep pushing for me, man, to stay active. I want to be active. You know what I'm saying? Give me 3 fights a year, 2 fights, and I'm going to be ready every time. I don't want to fight one time a year. Last 2 years, you know what I'm saying? I only fought one time a year. Shit, I'm stressed the fuck out. Shit, I'm trying to get active. You know what I'm saying? For real.
respect, man, respect. Awesome. And before I let you go, where can you follow you on social media, man?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Frank Martin, 2016. Make sure y'all stay tuned in, man. I'm gonna start my YouTube channel here soon, maybe in the next like week and a half, 2 weeks. So tune in to that to my YouTube. I'm gonna drop a link. I'm gonna drop a link on my Instagram showing on what my YouTube would be and everything. And then on TikTok, I need y'all to blow my TikTok up. I'm gonna start getting active on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make some money, you know what I'm saying? So tune in to the TikTok and it's just Frank Martin. My TikTok is Frank Martin. And just be on the lookout, man. We got something coming. I'm in the lab every day, twice a day right now. So y'all just stay tuned. I'm on the way, man. Appreciate everybody who been supporting me. And if you don't fuck with me, fuck you.